Oh, right, guys. This man is on a roll. It's the Baguette Lord himself going for a blind reactor first build. He only looked for proxies. Team Liquid's CLEM. He's up against BYUN. BYUN's in the top right side of the map, and he's actually going 1-Rax expand. So CLEM's going to get away with this reactor first. If he decides to turn this into a mass Reaper Hellion aggression, that could be really splendid. A 1-Rax expand is wide open against that, especially when you've been so greedy early. Going straight for the reactor leaves you a bit open. A Reaper could come over, cause you trouble, pick off an SCV or two. Proxy Reaper straight up kills you if they were proxied here and you didn't see it. But CLEM, if he just goes for 4 or 6 Reapers, 2 or 3 Hellions, it's very difficult to defend as BYUN. That being said, BYUN's being a little greedy himself, saying, yeah, 1 Reaper, go straight into reactor. If I get away with this, yes, there's like, obviously my opponent could hit me with 2 Reapers when I only have 1. But now I've got double production earlier. The longer you delay getting a reactor versus an opponent who got it earlier, the more their army is going to outpace yours. And you can already see it reflected in the army supply a little bit here. 6 versus 3. But when the reactor finishes for BYUN, bam, starts to catch up. And those Marines build in just 18 seconds. They build very quickly. Early starport on the way for BYUN. I think with this build, BYUN likes to go for an early medevac Marine drop. However, he's going to be put on the defense very early. Clem's going for a command center. But it's a late command center, guys. It went down about 2:37, which is much later than the normal 2 minutes 15 to 2 minutes 20 that Terran players go for in this matchup with the double gas build. He's going to be going double Reapers across the map. 2 Hellions are out. He's building a 5th and 6th Reaper and a 3rd Hellion. CLEM has looked so good on his aggression lately. He's also, I've seen him impale himself. He gets overconfident and just shoves in and takes terrible fights. And that Widow Mine is a great defensive unit. If he sacks a Reaper for it, that's good. He's going to sack the Hellion for it. At least he doesn't take any splash damage. Oh, here we go. Watch out. That Reaper up front does go down, but he gets the enemy Hellion. He's got to pull back his weak Reaper. He's going to rotate that to the rear. In the rear with the red hit point gear. Hellion is here. Can't really find much more right now. Obviously, he'd like to land some grenades on the Marines. There's not much maneuverability for BYUN. Good micro by CLEM, but BYUN lands a big volley on the Hellion. And, oh, CLEM landing some grenades, but taking some damage. 2 Reapers and a Hellion for a Reaper, a Widow Mine, a Hellion, and a Marine. The medevac's going to pick up and rotate to the high ground. That is such a clever move. He's going to intercept these Reapers as they jump into the main base. And with the Cyclone popping, this is bad for CLEM. He's going to get a few SCVs. He needs to make this worth his while and catch as many as he can. The Cyclone popped out on the wrong side. The Hellions get defended on the natural. There was Marines there. The Reapers are going to take out a 5th SCV. Can they get number 6? Looks like they can. Those grenades holding back the Marines, very important. Great economic damage. And that should put you ahead. Oh, wait. This was a 1-Rax expand. And CLEM, remember, his expansion went down at 2 minutes 40. It's so late. As a result, he's down in army supply. He's even in workers. It's not an optimal position. There's already a Raven on the map for BYUN. CLEM, on the other hand, has just started his Raven. So he's behind by an entire Raven. And not just that, BYUN swapping the starport. Interesting. Oh, that 3rd command center is super late. BYUN's floating a ton of money. He's also hitting a big supply block. Looks like that aggression made him a little bit panicky. Not the best macro off the back of it. The medevac not being used aggressively. CLEM decides to just camp at home. Now this is interesting. Wait. BYUN's building medevacs right now? He starts a medevac, cancels it, and then builds 2 medevacs. Why? What is he doing? Is he going to do a tank Marine drop? I think his plan is to drop 3 tanks and 12 Marines in the main base. No stem. And then he's going to be going very late extra barracks and everything behind it. Yeah, look, he's already got it. He's got exactly the number I talked about, guys. 13. Actually, he's only got 2 siege tanks. So with that 3rd tank not being out, it's just 2 tanks and 14 Marines. That's going to be it, man. 13 Marines, in fact. Drop's going to come in for CLEM, though, and that could do big damage, especially if he gets this SCV building the command center. CLEM, notice he's saving his boost. This is a very cautious drop, which is wise. Cyclone will eventually defend this, especially with the tank popping out. You got to be careful as CLEM because that drop's going to hit hard. The tank is not going to cover the command center completely. We'll see how he goes. Medevac did take the first lock on. Oh, he's going to get a tank. CLEM with some very good micro. Is BYUN going to find the money, though? Oh, Cyclone gets a lock. He's going to drop right on top of the tank. Right on top of the pre-siege tank, but there's auto turrets able to drop down. Oh my god. BYUN taking big damage to the drop. He goes deep. He gambled. He went all in on YOLO. And much like going all in on black, sometimes you lose all your money. GG, well played. CLEM takes map 1. All right, guys, nice game one for CLEM there. Started out aggressive, didn't really get that much damage, but he put himself in a decent enough position and does catch BYUN off guard. BYUN down here in the bottom right side. Shopify Rebellion up against Team Liquid. Two very incestuous teams, I would say. That Shopify's taken a few players from Liquid and vice versa, but very, very, you know, premier teams. These are the teams you want to play on, that you want to represent if you are a StarCraft pro gamer. I guess Basilisk is getting up there as well now, let's be real. Teammates with Serral, Raynor, and Trigger. Something a lot of people would like. But yeah, BYUN's build, I believe Uthermal many years ago had a build like how to win TvT without a brain, with 0 IQ, you know, something like that. And it was that sort of build where it's like you do a very defensive 1x expand and then you just load up a few medevacs, sneak them into their main, and if they don't have a tank sieged and a cyclone and all those units ready, they just die. And even if they do have them ready, often you can unload and smash them. But CLEM was so well prepared and he moved up very quickly. So by the time they were unloading, he already had his Ravens, Vikings, and extra tank and Marines there, and obviously was doing a lot of counter damage as well on the other side of the map. So made sense for BYUN to tap out there. He saw that was completely shut down. Reaper's going to be moving around. CLEM, once again, kind of gambling on the reactor first. Is this a habit that starts to get punished the longer this series goes? For now, it is 1x expand again for BYUN. Interesting. Yeah, I think what's so cool about that BYUN build as well is like they see a third command center, they see a Raven, they see all the signs of a defensive Terran. And that's why it's so surprising, because often that drop that he goes for hits as they're moving out to take a third. They're really thinking about, oh, I've got to secure my third base. They're really thinking the drop part of the game is pretty much over. I think that's why the timing is so brilliant. Oh, big thank you to Overthought Gaming, mate. I'll make a giant fart noise after this game to say thanks. Appreciate the support. Yeah, CLEM, so for those who don't know, CLEM sucks in TvT. He sucks against BYUN. BYUN's a massive favorite. The reason why I'm very excited today is CLEM just defeated an absolute monster that normally beats him in Terran vs. Zerg. And not only that, he's been beating the best Terrans recently in Europe. Now, don't get me wrong, earlier today he lost his Spirit in a TvT, but Spirit beat Big Gabe as well. Spirit is actually potentially the best TvT player in Europe right now. But Clem is, he's really kind of cleaned up his act. He looked really good in the Gamers Without Borders qualifiers. And he's looking much stronger in this matchup specifically. Oh, Reaper Hellion running on in. Okay, Widowmine for a Reaper is a good trade for Clem. Oh, BYUN went for the punish. He tried to target that Reaper, but survived on 2 hit points. BYUN taking the worst end of that trade. He could have stayed on the high ground. He would have been fine, but now he's got to worry about the Reapers jumping in the main. You can see probably will change a rally point there. He's like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, so Clem beat Oliveira in the Gamers Without Borders tournament on the first weekend, which was really good play for him. Oliveira was very favorited versus him, but look at this. Confidently shoves up the ramp. This early reactor is just giving him so many Reapers and Hellions, and having to pick up to dodge. He does end up bouncing his own Hellion with a grenade, but worth it to make them pick up. And look at that. They just get focused down as they pop out. The Cyclone and the SCV pull, though, looking pretty decent. He's going to get 4 or 5 SCVs. 1 or 2 more shots could be big. Oh, the Reaper wants to tap all these low hit point ones. The Medevac doing what it can, though. The Medevac saved 2 or 3 SCVs there. 7 workers go down. Similar start to the last game, guys. But this time around, BYUN is immediately going to counterattack with a Medevac, 2 Marines, and a Cyclone. He's putting Raven Tank Marine behind this, and he's still pretty much even in workers. Only a 1 worker advantage for Clem. Clem does have a Cyclone. But if he wastes the lock-on a Marine or a Cyclone, the Medevac picks it up and then drops it, it'll be broken. Oh my god, the instincts! The instincts of this young lad! The instincts are absolutely sick! Does take out the Cyclone there. The fact that he moved right there at that moment, it just tells you, hey, he saw a Medevac defending and he's like, if you counterattack, you'd probably be coming in right here, right now. That's what I would do if I was in your shoes. Let's move there just in case. And it was perfect. It's also a pretty central location. If your army's there, you can respond to either the main or the natural very quickly if the drop does come in from the very far edge. Third command center is about halfway done. A little further behind for Clem. And a Marine drop's going to try and sneak around the bottom left side of the map. Sometimes I say snake around. Sometimes I say sneak around. But aren't they basically the same thing? Sneaky snakes. They're a very sneaky animal. They hide in the grass, literally. And he's kind of drawing a snake. You can see the vision on the minimap. It's like this long snake getting drawn through the fog of war, right? Showing that he's explored this area of the map. Just filling you guys in on the random thoughts that pop into my head rather than talking about the game as they're both building up. Second and third barracks is much quicker for BYUN. So that's pretty good for him. Does that come at a cost? Not really. Clem's a little ahead on army supply. I don't know what that is exactly. It looks like the Vikings actually are the big one. So he's going to have a third and fourth Viking pop out while the first two are just about to pop. So the thing is with Defender's Advantage, BYUN might be able to take an okay fight, but he needs to not miss any Viking production from here. It's 2 Ravens versus 2 Ravens right now. And okie dokie, 3 tanks versus 3 tanks, only a 2 Marine advantage. Clem should not be able to push in. He's going to set up a contain, which I think is a smart call. That just makes it hard to take the third. Like, look at this. BYUN's going to move out with a Marine. He gets shelled, and he's like, ah, damn. But BYUN, he was set up for this. He's already got a 6 Marine drop on the left side. He can do a bit of damage here. Stim is not quite ready. But killing a few SCVs is going to be very nice. Looks like the Vikings were skirmishing on that side of the map. Equal Viking count right now, but of course, Clem is ahead on building those. 4 SCVs going down. The Cyclone locks onto the medevac. That will be a one-way trip. The SCV is going to use their drills. They want to fight with the boys. We're not afraid. We doesn't afraid of anything. We're drilly boys. We're going to go out shiny and chrome. Unfortunately, as cool as their you know, just enjoyment of warfare is, they are not built for it. 8 SCVs go down. And hopefully they will go to Valhalla, but only Odin knows. Vikings, Ravens doing what they can. Ooh, it's annoying being kept off the third, but this is also a very high risk move for Clem. I mean, Clem just lost 8 SCVs. He just lost a Viking. He hasn't killed one yet. So he's down on Vikings right now on the front. And look at that. Okay. Oh, man. Did he just lose another Viking? Yeah, and that one was 1 for 1 at least. Still dicey maintaining this position. It's definitely BYUN who has pressure on him to do something about it. 4 interference matrices. Can you move down that ramp? Not really. He should be ferrying Marines and tanks out the left side. So when he breaks, he comes from there and there. If he does that, he's going to crush it. Because he just literally can A-move from that side and this side. Same time, unsiege tanks. Interference matrix, 4 tanks. It's 1 tank and a handful of Marines. I think BYUN's way over-respecting this. Like, way over-respecting this. Vikings are going to come forward. Takes a Viking out. Nice move. Gets another volley. Okay, I mean, BYUN's doing good. And he's got a counter drop going. There's a few Stim, Marines, Viking tank. The double drop's going to come in. Clem's in big doo-doo right now. His SCVs are clumped up a lot. That tank shot could be brutal, but he just hits a single one. The tank driver, not the smartest. Viking tank Raven coming in. Oh, watch out with the Viking Raven, bro. Oh my god, don't lose the Ravens. Ooh, barely keeps that alive. And BYUN, without really forcing the battle, does fight his way out. Oh, Raven drops a Matrix, and it's time to just leave. As BYUN wisely abandons the siege tank, his +1 in combat shields kicks in, but he's going to be very careful there. Does he loop around? It'll be very high risk, but he might be feeling it. Drops a bit further away. He's going to come back in from that angle while trying to push this southern angle. It's a pretty good move. He could also redrop the main once those Marines are healed up. Siege tank count 8 versus 7 in Clem's favor, but the Viking count goes to BYUN. Nice scan here for Clem. Clem needs to reassert map control, and he needs to do it right now. It's main army versus main army. Clem moving through. He's got more tanks and more Marines. A crazy fight is about to go down. Oh, those 4 interference matrices. And BYUN's big spread of Marines is deadly. He should crush this fight, and indeed he does. Clem was way ahead on workers, and he did not need to push just then. But he tries to force it, and those interference matrices put him to rest. Well played by BYUN. All right. Tried to force it a little bit. He was ahead in that game. That deny worked really well for him, but man, those interference matrices ruined his day. Clem in the top left side. His opponent down here in the bottom right, very patient that game. I do think he could have broken out of the contain earlier with a frontal break like I'd mentioned, because he was just, you know, Clem was kind of presenting his units as interference matrix targets, but BYUN said, no. Patient drop counterplay and then go for the big push. Really well played by BYUN. Now, hats off to chat who said, did they believe in Odin in Mad Max? And the thing is, they do say, you know, ride to Valhalla, shiny and chrome, right? Now, obviously, they go to Valhalla on a motorbike or a bloody car. So it's a different sort of Valhalla, no doubt. But I figured maybe they believe in Odin. Who knows? Immortan Joe. I couldn't remember his name, but I looked it up in between games. He's basically like a god king amongst them, right? He set himself up as this guy who's all like, yes, oh, worship me and stuff. And he's drinking his breast milk and doing all his weird stuff. So I would argue, yeah, you know what? You know what, guys? You are actually all right. I think only Immortan Joe knows if he ended up in Valhalla or not, those SCVs. BYUN's taking his gas really late, guys. This is a gas that went down at 1 minute and 12 seconds. Normally, if you're going double gas, you go about 55 seconds. That's a 17-second delay on the gas. You might think, well, what's that mean, Pig? But it's because he's gone 2 racks. Reaper. So you want to delay that gas to squeeze that second barracks in. That's why. But, you know, Clem might have realized that if he scouted, but he didn't. And he's actually going sneaky proxy marauder. Guys, this is going to get weird. He's building Reapers at home, making it look like a standard build while actually going proxy marauder to complement it. BYUN is going 2 racks Reaper as well. This game's going to get so bloody weird, man. I guess it's just barely out of vision. Perfectly placed. It's too close for comfort to me. Like, it looks like it should be spotted, but remember, the top of the building sticks out beyond where the building actually technically fills up. Reapers at home, another one on the way. Seeing no command center, BYUN's going to be like, hey, what's going on here? What are you up to, mate? And if he gets deep in the base, he might start to realize, wait, where are your buildings? But they could still be just over there. Reaper's going to try and escape. If he gets this Reaper kill, it'll be a great start for CLEM. Good grenade by BYUN. BYUN sets up a trap potentially if he gets a 3rd Reaper out. Marauder's out, though. Marauder's out. Okay. And he's shown his hand as CLEM. This game is about to... Shit's about to hit the fan. I got to say, guys, don't look up and close your mouth, because who knows what's going to get where. The Reapers, he's going to backstab. Okay, so he's going to backstab. CLEM should expect that and rally these Reapers home. He's building a factory himself. Factory's already up with Hellions building for BYUN. He's got SCVs pulled and a bunker building, but he doesn't have much firepower. Just 3 Reapers. Marauders do very well versus that. And there we go. The Reaper Marauder trying to push the ramp. Good pullback by CLEM. But look, at home, he's already in trouble in that main base. He's pulling back with everything. And he's going to have to just A-move with his SCVs. But his single Reaper, 5 SCVs, not enough. He's going to go for it. Oh my god, he's going to get double focused. Oh, he grenades. He grenades himself. Oh, that one Reaper, shiny and chrome. I'm not going down till you take me down. Oh, damn it. It's a shame, guys. I know I'm going this whole Mad Max theme, but let's be real. Terran aren't really your fancy futuristic humans, right? They are kind of more like Warhammer humans, more like Mad Max humans. Unfortunately, neither of the players is using the skin set for the Junker or Mira's Marauders, which are the 2 really cool ones where they have knives on everything. They have like big swords on the Hellions and battle cruisers and blades and spikes sticking off everything. Marauders might get surrounded here. Still no command center for CLEM. He's going 1 base all in. Oh, this is so bizarre. Because BYUN's like, cool, now we go to a macro game and we have to, right? CLEM's like, I'm going to just make tanks, marines, medevacs, and Vikings on 1 base. And that could work out. The starport's not done yet. Oh my god, CLEM. He tries to tag the Cyclone. He eventually forces it away, but even though he's going to kill the Cyclone, at what cost? He loses 3 Marauders. Oh, the Reapers do... Oh, they get a Reaper, but... Oh, he's going to lose a Reaper as well. Damn, man. He gets a Cyclone and a Reaper, but 2 Marauders and a Reaper dying for that, so definitely a decent trade for BYUN. It's all about how he handles the follow-up, though. Marines are building off this barrack, so he's building 2 Marines, a tank, a Liberator following this up. Not even going to bother with a Viking, which I think is okay. The Vikings probably aren't going to be happening too much this early, but now seeing the Marines, oh, this is an amazing fight for BYUN. CLEM is just getting way too aggressive. He's showing his hand way too early. There's no need for his Marines to be strung out like this. Where's his siege tank? He should be waiting for that first tank. But now he's given away what he's doing. And look at this. BYUN's going to move out and intercept him by sieging out front his base. Oh my god, BYUN, what are you doing? Oh, BYUN, I mean, it's only 5 Marines, so he's lucky that CLEM is once again pushing in way before his units are actually here. CLEM is being far too aggressive in this game. We talk about, oh my god, CLEM's so good at being aggressive when he's winning. And unfortunately, we do get trapped in the, you know, the case of when he's losing, of saying, hey, you're giving away the information. Slow down a minute, pick your timing. But that's basically just not in CLEM's nature. Now, that drop is going across the top. He's going to lose almost all of his economy. But what really matters is this. If he can drop Marines on top, that tank goes forward, takes the first volley. He's going to siege his tanks in range. The Marines go forward. The tanks do kill the tank of BYUN. But now the Marines and the Drilly Boys are on top. And there's just too many of them, mate. Oh, actually, a lot of SCVs could die here. Does take out a few of them. What is there to fight this? Is 3 Marines building at a time? Stim is done. The Liberator's going to get ramp control. But Clem, the counter drop on the other side, kills 8 SCVs. He's trying to defend it with a Liberator and a Marine right now. I think he must have lost a siege tank. No, he only lost the 2 tanks, which means this tank rallied across the map. It didn't help defend. That's why he's in so much trouble. Clem has an expansion up. That command center needs to be running back to the base. If it runs here, the Marines might be able to even kill it. Oh, the tank is here. Oh my god, medevac, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. He's trying to spread the Marines. Crazy push for Clem. Crazy push. And the Liberator will eventually kill this drop. BYUN's panicking right now. Clem is just playing like an insane person, and it's actually paying off. BYUN keeps expecting him to pull back and macro up, and it's like, no, I'm just going to keep attacking. What are you going to do after that, Clem? Oh, then I'm going to attack some more. After that, attack some more. Okay, I think we're starting to see a pattern. This man knows one move, but he's so bloody good at it. He's so good at it. A lot of SCVs went down, a lot of units. Unfortunately, Clem feels he's too far behind, and he was still down 8 workers, down a lot of infrastructure. And he does tap out in one of the scrappiest games of StarCraft I've seen in a while. No time to waste. This game's about to hit the fan even further, guys. Clem's in the bottom right side. And oh my god, he's going proxy double Rex against BYUN, who's also going double proxy Rex Reaper. These players have absolutely no chill at all. This is pure insanity. They are both going to be rushing Reapers at each other. BYUN's first Reaper starts 3 seconds earlier. That tells us he maybe just executed the build slightly better, got the SCV over there slightly fast. I don't know if that's going to decide the game or not. It really comes down to who handles the crisis management better, because it's going to be crazy. They're both going to have SCVs trying to defend pretty much on their own up against, you know, Reapers going ham. Now, neither side has scouted from that proxy to see what's going up, because they don't want to give away what they're up to. They're like, nah, just going to rush in with the Reapers, see what's going on. I think it's because they both know that the other guy only scouts when he's doing proxy Reaper, so that's why they've stopped scouting, because it gives away what they're doing, whereas Maru scouts quite a bit. So that's why he scouts often to check if their barracks is at home or if they're going reactor first or anything like that. First 2 Reapers are out for BYUN. A second or 2 earlier. Clem is interestingly going for the natural, whereas BYUN goes for the main. Big advantage for BYUN. BYUN goes straight into the main base, whereas Clem goes around. Oh, so BYUN goes right for the throat. Clem was going for the command center, and that's a big issue for him. His Reapers are way slower to get in the mineral line. These Reapers are already having a goddamn party, and it's going to be a base trade, but BYUN's able to mine a little bit more resources here and deny a bit more of Clem's faster. That can be game-changing. The Reapers doing what they can. The SCV is all dying. Clem is going to try to mine as much gas as he can, because he knows he can keep mining mules, but he's got to return as much gas as he can. He returns just enough to get an extra Reaper, and that's huge. Notice BYUN is also trying to put all of his workers on gas. They both know that this is all about mining as many trips of gas as you can. He's like, Clem's like, no, stop them, stop them, stop them. And he does stop him short of another 50 gas. Remember, it's dividing by 50, divisibles of 50 that, you know, decides how well this goes. Now, Clem is queuing up his last Reapers. So he's got 1, 2, 3 more Reapers that'll come out. So 2 more on top of what he's... So he's going to go 8 Reapers. BYUN, on the other hand, is going to get to 9. So BYUN, by going straight into main, has 1 extra Reaper, which you'd think would be a game-winning advantage. But 8 versus 9, it's still going to come down to micro. Neither side has a command center. They're both lifting their you know, command centers to each other's bases, potentially. BYUN's going to take Clem's main. Clem's going to take his own 3rd. Now, that's peculiar, isn't it? I guess that's going to be nearby. But if you just defend the high ground, I mean, yeah. Oh, no, that's BYUN's command center. Sorry, Clem's going to go over here. Interesting. As I said. Oh, and BYUN also gets a couple of Marines. 3 Marines building. Clem is going to get 4 Marines. So Clem will have 1 more Marine. BYUN will have 1 more Reaper. Obviously, you'd rather have the Reaper here at the end of the day. Clem still has an extra bit of minerals, though. So actually, you can get 2 more Marines in total. So Clem did mine a little bit more minerals than BYUN, it feels. Interesting. 3 Marines versus 5. Both are going to be rebuilding from scratch. Mules drop. Mules drop. They've both taken the central bases. If you can kill those mules, it'd be big. Clem does not know where the command center is. BYUN does not know where the command center is. BYUN's territory is the top right of the map. Clem's is the bottom left. And they kind of know this. I think putting barracks near the mineral line is really good, or near the ramp, so it's hard for them to push up. Clem is going 5 Marines, 6 Marine. He's not building SCVs. Clem is maxing on Marines, whereas BYUN builds an SCV And he's going to take a gas. Oh, he's going to build 2 SCVs. He's going to build a gas, so he's going to try and get more Reaper production. Whereas Clem is like, nothing but Marines, go! Oh, right now Clem has more units, but oh, he already loses a Reaper. He loses 2. Oh, my lord! BYUN just goes for it and smacks him. I believe, yeah, 4 Reapers for 3 in total have gone down now, and that was very, very good for BYUN. He was already ahead in Reapers. Now he's ahead 2 Reapers. And Clem's trying to push, but with the barracks there, it's really awkward. Oh, damn, man. Clem leaning into the aggression. He wanted to put the Fear of God into BYUN. I like that he played Fearless. But if only his Reapers jumped straight into the main base, this would have been a more even follow-up. Oh, the grenades. The grenades from BYUN are so good versus those Marines. And it feels like BYUN is just... Whoa, what? Whoa, BYUN just kind of A-moved it. Oh, no. BYUN actually messed up. I can't believe it. I don't know what happened there, but his Reapers were in front of his Marines, and he was in a bit of a clump. And somehow, just having more Marines in the pitch battle works. Clem keeps himself alive. I thought he was dead. I thought BYUN had that. GG, well played. What happened in that last fight? That's so crazy. Okay, so in this last fight, I mean, the 4 more Marines is pretty big, guys. It's 5 Marines versus 6 Marines. No, it's not a big difference. Where are the grenades? For some reason, BYUN's Reapers jumped pretty far forward, and he spammed all of his grenades, and those grenades were big because they jumped all those Reapers forward, and BYUN didn't pull back. And BYUN's Marines weren't fighting yet. BYUN fought very sloppy there. Big miss micros for BYUN. Well played by Clem. Alright, well, he manages to pull a rabbit out of the hat there. Clem taking the better fight at the end of that. And his opponent, BYUN, just getting a bit over-eager, trying to fight there. And walking into those Reaper grenades. He unloaded all of his Reaper grenades on the same spot. His Reapers got separated from his Marines by Clem's grenades. And Clem was able to pick him apart, one piece at a time. Big mistake there for BYUN. Barracks going down at home for both sides. Game 5 on Royal Blood. They're going to go back to normal stuff. No second gas just yet. Are they both going to 1-Rex expand, guys? It looks like it. Oh, no. Double barracks for Clem. And BYUN's been enjoying that 1-Rex expand. Looks like he's going to go for it. Ooh. 1-Rex expand versus 2-Rex Reaper. Kind of hard to defend there for BYUN. Could be awkward, especially if he goes Reaper into Reactor. That's where it gets really tough. Now, a Marine does have higher damage per second than a Reaper, for those who don't know. But it's way weaker, 45 hit points compared to 60. Doesn't have the Reaper grenade, and even though just standing there shooting it does more, of course, the Reaper's much more maneuverable, so it can kind of dodge back. You can pull back weak Reapers easier, move in and out, all that sort of stuff. So, very surprising Clem was able to win that, but it was definitely down to BYUN not utilizing his Reaper advantage as well as he should have. A bit more of a spread on his units. Not chasing Clem so much necessarily would have been the way to play it. Especially with the barracks there. Clem's units would automatically be attacking the barracks. So going in and out with your Reapers is actually a winning play. Alright, Reaper's on the way. It's Reaper Reactor. Oh, BYUN's playing greedy again. So the first 3 Reapers is very deadly here. So basically, yeah, Clem's going to wait probably for 2 Reapers. I think the 3rd Reaper will come in after. And this means he's going to move forwards. So basically, he's going to move right into the natural, pick off the SCVs, the SCV building the command center. If he can get up and chase the Reaper down as well, that'd be big. And then once the Hellion and the 2 Reapers pops out, or probably Hellion and 2 Marines, in fact, that's when BYUN retakes control and can restart his command center. But he's going to have to start a depot immediately. Reapers come in, SCV goes down on the top left. Where's that depot, BYUN? He's putting Marines, a Hellion, and back his Reaper. Hasn't started that depot yet. It's a problem. It's a big problem. He can't lose that Reaper. Clem goes for it. He's going to get the SCV on the starport. And the Reaper. Oh my god, and now it's just 1 Hellion versus 3 Reapers. Uh-oh, BYUN's in big doo-doo. BYUN's in very big doo-doo. Notice the grenade separates the SCVs from the Hellion. He gets 4 worker kills and just pulls out. Great play by Clem, not getting over-eager. He's got his own command center on the way. He's building Hellions. He's got a starport. It's a little later, but this is a great start for him. Ooh, the damaged Reaper baits the Marines and the Hellions. That's it. That's it. Clem might just take this off the back of his micro, guys. There, the command center gets canceled. Oh, BYUN. If BYUN comes back from here, he's a god tier game. He has to do a supply drop because he didn't build that depot I was talking about earlier. He was relying on finishing the command center. Wasn't able to get it up. The Reapers are going to jump in the back door. And, oh, no. He does waste the first shot on the reactor. The Alien comes into tank. It looks like Marines pop out, but 4 Marines, no match for that number of Reapers. And BYUN was doing a lot of Reaper into reactor, quite a greedy build. And in Game 5, after a miraculous Game 4 comeback, CLEM brings out the victory. Very well played by CLEM.